Is this thing on? Hello? Are we is it on? Is it George, are we on?
Testing.
George, oh my god. Oh, we're live.
Hold on, I was going to start the show like this. There was a podcast, you see.
You're smoking a pipe.
Wait, now is that a vape pipe?
Real tobacco. God damn it. It was supposed to be so much cooler than what it was.
Oh.
It is Friday.
Good morning.
What if some bubbles would have came out of shit? Like
some bubbles.
That would have been dope. Hello, everybody on my channel and over on Calls from Beyond. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday.
So, I had a busy week.
Me too.
I got to go on vacation for the first time in like 2 years.
Shout out to the vacay.
And it was nice because it was the first time Rowan, like, you know, when like you start taking, when you take the kids when they're young on vacation, they don't kind of get it. They don't really get it. But then when they get a little older, they start to like really understand. Rowan was at this point now is like, was excited for everything. Mm-hmm. Now I have a hilarious story. I was waiting till now to tell you guys.
My little nephew.
And I called George yesterday because I keep track on him, make sure he hasn't, gone away or anything, with how stressed he is. And so I told him, I was like, I have a great story. He's like, okay, save it for tomorrow. So we left Monday morning at like 8 a.m.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We went to the San Diego Zoo.
Oh, wow. Fun.
Rowan loves the zoo. Then Tuesday we went to Legoland. Then Wednesday we did some antique shopping in San Diego, which they had some heat. And they weren't all smoking crack like they are here with their prices. Then we went to La Jolla Shores for a couple hours. Then we drove back home. And I did not look at my phone for anything business related. Maybe more than twice the entire trip.
Good.
And that was like the best thing was like I literally at one point we were at my aunt's house Tuesday night, and I literally just sat my phone on the counter and went outside. And I was like, all right. And it was such a nice thing. So we're at the zoo, Anybody who knows Rowan knows his favorite animal is gorillas, monkeys, any kind of primates. So he was floored. We saw the gorillas first. He was like talking to the gorilla. Mind you, the gorilla had his back to he was facing away from him.
It doesn't matter.
He was living it.
Yeah.
We go see the orangutans. He's talking to the orangutans like better than he talks to me. And I'm like, what do I?
You're not
what's the
cool
disconnect?
enough.
Am I not
No.
cool here?
Yeah. Then we see some chimpanzees. We see some other things. We get to the baboons. Okay. He loves baboons. We're sitting there and they have a huge enclosure at the San Diego Zoo, like massive, like you 360-degree walk and it's like almost a mile around to walk. It's huge. It's huge. We see them at one side because we're coming from the entrance and we're kind of coming around because we're going to work our way to the backside of this area. That's the Africa Rocks exhibit. So there's like elephants and all that stuff. So we get down there and they're literally like single file line marching down this hill. The baboons. Yeah. I think it's because they have like a pecking order and everything. And so Rowan was like, "Mommy, look, baboon butt." And proceeds to drop his pants and show bare ass.
Oh my God.
With 15 other people around. And Vanessa gets him so quick and pulls his pants up, but he was like,
God.
no hezzy, just
no hesitation.
no hesitation. It was like, I'm like, yo, and dropped his. I told this to Franny and on the phone yesterday. I think he pissed himself.
Oh my God.
I think he pissed himself. I got in trouble.
Why?
Because I was laughing. Now I had to do the whole
right.
turn away.
That's the worst part about being a parent because what they do is hilarious. It's like,
how many times have you had to reprimand your kid and then when they're walking away, you look at Mr. Fresh and you're like,
no, like we laugh.
We laugh at his
I can't
face.
believe I'm
sorry.
somebody's mama because I do not take nothing serious. Nothing at all. Like I try to whenever my kid, especially Tootie, because Tootie is 6 and he don't give a shit.
yeah,
He's a thug. He don't care. So whenever he does things that I know are bad, like did I show you the picture he took on my phone?
no.
I had to have showed you.
Let me texted it to me.
Like it's so bad. I was
Let me
scrolling.
see.
You know, I delete a lot of stuff out of my phone because this is my lifeline. I record on here. I edit on here.
Yes,
I'm going through deleting stuff, and it is a picture of my son. I really should have turned him into a meme, but it's a picture of my son this close with his fat ass finger like this. Let me find this picture because I promise you, I was dying, and then I'm like.
Airdrop it.
Yeah,
to
could
the
you,
back.
if you
Yes,
find it, can
I'm
you
going
airdrop-
to because I was
I don't see it.
I'm like, Tootie, is this you? It's him, and with his face, he's like, no, that's not me. And then he started laughing. I'm like, I'm trying to keep it together because I'm the adult, right? But really, I'm just a teenage girl with some kids because the shit was hilarious. And it's just like, bro.
And so Vanessa's yelling at me, and she was like, that's not funny." And I'm like, "Now that
It is funny.
Now that we're detached, it's hilarious.
Well,
it's
you know,
the funniest shit ever." Because he could give two shits about anybody in the area with us. He said, "I'm gonna be with my brothers. Let me show my ass."
literally.
But like, what's
No,
happening?
he really does love monkeys, primates, because I bought him that mask for
The King Kong mask.
Yes,
Yeah.
whenever it opens up
He has
the
two
mouth.
of them.
Yeah,
He has two of them. He has every. Okay, so if you watch any of like the MonsterVerse, which is like King Kong, Godzilla, there's like a whole toy line. He has almost all of them. Mm-hmm. Almost all of them.
yeah,
Crazy.
He really does.
Anytime
love
he
it.
gets Tooth Fairy money, we have to go to Target because we have to go find the next one. And there's one that like we just haven't been able to find. And so now whenever we go to Target, he's like always bummed because it's just not there.
You're what is it?
I'm not gonna tell you. But
You already know. You already know.
the thing is, the problem is it's on
I'm not gonna
eBay.
tell you you're gonna buy it.
It's the same thing with my so I have two aunts, they're twins.
Okay.
And they live in San Diego. So we were at one of their houses, they were both there. And one of them is just love her to death, and she's a great person, but she's a bad influence on Rowan. Because like one time we were for my grandma's funeral, because this is my grandma's side, her daughters. We were at my grandma's house, and Rowan walks over, and he was like, "Oh, where's Eevee with Pokemon?" And Summer's like, "Oh, let's look," and
Right,
then
let's
buys it.
look.
2 days later, it shows up at her. I'm like, "Summer, you can't be doing
No,
that."
you know what? No, literally, me and Tootie, I'm a sucker when it comes to Tootie because he's the baby, but he's also the man of the house, right? Because he
Yeah.
think he run everything. So
because he's the baby.
yeah, so literally, my son, Grayson, he came home because he has a music class and he's doing a recorder. You remember the recorder, the flute thing?
I did. George didn't know me in elementary school. I was in the recorder club in fifth grade. Okay, I had to audition.
Yes.
Nerd.
Oh, I love the recorder. I had to clear people, and that shit was dope.
I hate the recorders.
Oh
now.
yeah, as a parent, it's awful.
It is. Shout out to all the recorder parents. And like, he'll tell me he wants something, and I'll be like, okay, I'll get it. He's like, no, go on Amazon, order it now. Let's look at it. And so whenever Grayson brought home his recorder, he's like,
does he know when the YouTube check hits?
No, he has a feeling though. There's signs.
No, I don't.
There's signs.
Hey, we went to McDonald's 3 times this week.
No, I don't think they care, bro.
They
At this point in life, our kids don't care.
They just
want
know. They think we're rich.
That's how Rowan is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have to like be conscious of like, all right,
Yeah.
we're going to the store. You're not getting anything because otherwise it loses the whole point of you getting a toy.
But and this is the thing. Whenever they are kneecap length height, oh, I'm a sucker. That's why I'm like, which toy is it? Because TT Noah get it. I got grown up money. I got McDonald's money.
That's what he said under his breath. He said, "I'm not telling you because you're gonna buy it."
Yeah. So long story short, he has a recorder, and my fucking ears, him and his brother.
But not only did it come with the recorder, it came with the orchestrator.
Oh, you got the
No, that's the cleaner. That's the cleaner.
He said it was
that's the cleaner.
That's what he told me. I'm
you know
like,
how
Tootie, what is
expensive those
that?
things are though? So I did band, I did concert band, but let me tell you though, I was jazz band president in high school. Jazz was like my thing.
It was that thing.
That's what like changed
Got you
music.
in rock and roll, though, huh?
Well, yeah, I started off as a metalhead, and then I learned that jazz is just metal without distortion on. And you're like, oh, all right, I can fuck with this. But jazz like changed my life, like musically. Like it opened because I was like, if it ain't heavy, I don't want it. And then I started listening to jazz, and I was like, this shit's kind of cool.
I just airdropped you this picture.
Did you airdrop it to George?
I don't think your airdrop is on, George. Oh,
It would be SE iMac.
Oh, sorry, I didn't airdrop it to your
send it.
phone. I got it. SEI. But yeah,
Oh my god!
show it.
No!
Show it.
No.
And I said, "Is this you?" I said, "Is this you?"
I think she airdropped it to you.
Yeah, hold on. It says George's MacBook Air 2.
No. SE iMac.
It says it's waiting. No, but like
one more time.
the fact that I asked, "Is this
Try
you?"
it one more time.
Oh wait, it won't let me because it's like, oh, it's still waiting.
Just tap it again.
There you go. But he's like, no.
Kim
That's
gets
not-
it. Kim
that's
gets
not
it.
me.
High school choir member.
Man, these fucking airdrop codes. Can you
Yeah, I see it. It's
type
telling
in
me.
178555?
Write that down. Write that down.
What the
It's
fuck are you
socials.
doing, Apple, with these airdrop codes?
Why the hell?
I'm about
That's
to go
because
buy
people were airdropping random shit on planes.
Yeah, I heard people were sending
some
some
stuff.
nudes and stuff. You know.
Yeah, but I want that. I don't want a code.
I don't
Yeah,
want
but
prevent me from
imagine
that.
somebody randomly airdrops you that's a schlong, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of, and
Be like, I
hopefully,
just
Wait, hold on.
assaulted.
Speaking of schlong, what?
No. Speaking of schlongs, can y'all niggas, and I'm saying it real, and when I say it, I'm saying it from my pits of my chest. Stop sending me a picture of your dirty ass penises to Instagram. And I really, I don't understand
Send Mr. Fresh's back.
why you feel to assault me in this way, but I'm gonna start having my assistant send y'all.
All right, hold on. Yeah. I guess. it
Can
went
they hear
back.
us still though?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's just the video feed went away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you want to take that from the top, just one more time, louder
Stop
for the back.
sending me dick pics. Are y'all cool? Like, are y'all okay?
Yeah, we got
Are we
video
well?
back.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't understand what kind of low vibrational succubus, incubus fucking energy y'all got on y'all.
Just said YouTube hit us with the fade to black.
No, hey.
The shit is just weird. It's just very, very
Somebody
weird.
took that personal. People
No.
think big YouTube is out for Noah on this one.
Hey.
Literally, like, y'all. And don't block nobody else, Lauren, that do that. You send me their handle. Because we're going to have a conversation. And it's going to be in everybody. Yeah, see? He's like, I said, Tootie, is that you? No. And I said, who taught you how to do that? And of course, it's the big ones.
Kyron.
Yeah. Yep.
What if he said, Daddy?
I would believe that. I would believe it. You know, because these kids, these 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds, like literally, they pick up everything. They're little sponges.
Mr. Fresh, do the boys have boxing gloves? Because Rowan got a pair and he low key fucking my shit up.
No.
But I
he
thought
just-
about buying Tootie some because they keep bullying him.
Because he just straight.
don't-
George will know this.
I don't want to play fight. If we boxing for real. I'm chipping teeth.
Chipping teeth.
No, I'm gonna get Tootie some. Tootie the other day, he said, "Mom, can I have a mental health day?"
Mental health day, and you're like,
I
Bestie,
said-
I need one.
No,
I was
but-
like-
but he really was warranted a mental health day.
He was.
Like
so,
union.
So look,
Yeah.
he has this one of his best friends at school, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little young lady in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been telling us that he has a friend who's in a wheelchair. We thought he was just bullshitting.
Like, you know, remember those chairs that back in the 90s, I don't know if they still have them, that were school chairs, but they had the wheels on them?
Oh my God,
You
the
remember
best
those?
ones, bro. The
Yes.
blue one.
Yes, the blue ones.
You would come into class
Yes.
early and be like, I'm about to fucking
Right,
move
yeah,
this seat.
school. Yep, have your friends push you. So whenever
we
he
thought
said,
we thought that's what it was. It was a real wheelchair, right?
no, so I'm like, Tootie, I doubt your friend has a wheelchair. Do you mean the chairs that you sit in? I got a wheelchair. He said, no, Mom, it's a wheelchair.
Okay.
He's been telling me this for 6 months. His best friend got a wheelchair. And I didn't believe him. And then he took class pictures. No, she's really in a wheelchair.
So the other
She's
day-
really about that action.
she's really
Yeah.
about that action.
So the other day she had a seizure.
I think she had a seizure.
She had a seizure in class, so she fell out of the chair and started shaking. They took all the other kids out of the class. You know what I mean? So Tootie came home. He said, "I need a mental health day."
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is he? 6?
6.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. He's really
Like
smart.
Rowan still talks about like my grandmother,
Yeah.
and he still talks about like how he goes, "Oh, she's sick. Give her medicine." And we're like,
yeah. Aw.
Bestie, I know that's what you mean, but
Yeah.
like,
Well, you know what?
She
You
was
can
already
start
on
off
all the
and
medicine.
tell.
he knows. He goes, "Grandma died," and we're like, "Yeah, it's okay. It happens."
It happens. to
And
the
he
best
goes
of
like
us.
Coco, and we're like, "Yes, like Coco."
Like Coco.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cute. Coco's one of my favorite Disney movies.
I was I remember we went to go see that in theaters, and Vanessa cried.
Yes. Oh, I
And
cry
then
every time I watch
a week
Coco.
later, we found out we were pregnant,
Oh,
so it made sense.
yeah, that made sense. I wasn't pregnant. I cried. I cry every time I watch Coco.
Well, we went and saw Hoppers recently, the new Disney movie, and Vanessa cried.
Yeah, she's a waterhead.
What's Hoppers?
What's her sign?
Pisces.
Oh, yeah.
Hoppers, it's a new Disney movie. It just came out. It's the one that the meme, the lizard. It's what that came from.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It was a good movie. It's very like it's a movie about being aware of nature and like the impacts we have on nature and like how it affects animals.
Yeah, I've seen the previews for it.
It was really good. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay.
John Hamm's in it.
Speaking of Disney,
Oh God.
I am going to Disney World next week.
Disney World.
Yep, and I'm going as an adult, so I can drink around the world.
We in the
In
streets.
Epcot.
We in the
We in
street.
these Disney streets.
My mom and grandma are like, "How dare you go to Disney without the kids?" And I was like, "FTK, like what?" Them
So,
kids-
you know what I
no.
found out is Legoland. You cannot go unless you have a child with you.
Really?
Yeah, and I get it because
Yeah.
Legoland is very inclusive for children with disabilities, those on the
Yes.
spectrum. Like it literally every attraction, every playground, everything has a sensory rating.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're adverse to like sounds, this ride is not for you. But it's okay if you're not adverse to that and you're adverse to like sight or something. So it ranks everything. So it's really cool. But yeah, they're like you can't go unless
Well,
you have children.
Legoland is for toddlers. I mean, it's kind of weird for you to be up in there
There's
without
some
a kid.
there's
either
some
way.
like big roller coasters there. So
I've never
That's what I'm
been.
saying. So I can't
I'd
go
never
ride a big roller coaster if I don't have the kid with me. That's crazy.
well,
What happens if my kids are grown?
yeah, I think that's well. They do have like a day, but I do have actually, George. I'm going to airdrop this and we can see this.
Get ready for another code, brother.
All right, what's the code?
2600076.
That counts your number 17. You sound like the DMV What?
Speaking of, I have to go there today.
Oh, God.
So
Inshallah, bro.
no, like
Peace be
no.
unto you for
Hopefully
them.
it's quick. So I, as a lot of you guys know, I conjured up a brand new car in February, and I wanted.
I tried to conjure up a brand new car, and they told me I needed to put 10 grand down.
Listen, I literally put that car on my altar and was dancing and begging like a kid, like I needed some Robux. So I went and I got customized plates. I had no idea you have to pick those up whenever they're ready. But my customized plates are ANCSTR7. What is that?
You didn't make it spiritual YN?
Oh my God, I should have.
There's too many characters.
It might,
No.
you could spiritual.
I think of what is it? ANCSTR7.
Yeah, but the problem with the DMV, the DMV in Nevada, they make you tell them what it means.
Yes, I had to
you just
So
explain
I
what it
can't
was.
say I'm a spiritual young nigga.
No, you just say spiritual youth
Negotiator.
negotiator. Yeah.
Okay, so chat, can you guys guess what my license plate says?
Let's give him a minute. Go ahead
Yeah.
and guess it. And while you guys are guessing, I have this photo that George has. This is us on the dragon at Legoland with Rowan. Or I'll show you guys up
can't
close
see.
though. And he did not enjoy it. He went on twice though.
But he went on twice just to prove that he didn't like it.
Oh, he's pissed.
So he went first with Vanessa. We can't all go. We have a 7-month-old.
Right.
So I had to wait, and I was like, "Well, I want to go on it, but I don't want to go by myself." It's Legoland. I'm the only adult on there.
By then he was
So I made him go again, but so I had to promise him 2 toys.
Yeah.
So the
Did
whole
you
roller coaster,
got my
he's-
boy his toys,
he's-
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's screaming 2 toys, 2 toys throughout the whole roller coaster.
Listen, Rowan is so funny. and cute. I just
goodness.
cannot like.
baboon butt.
I love little
The
people.
baboon ass is like you could save that for a comedy show.
I
good,
might
bro.
do stand up at some point. Like, I might just do it and just be like, all right, I probably got some
No,
funny
this
things.
is look. I literally. So he comes and complains to me about something, and he walks
Right.
away, and I realized that this was a thing. Hold on. Wait for it. Hold on. Did he turn around?
No.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And you know how that happened?
George,
Because
I need you to come here so you can watch.
I'm
this.
not gonna show this one.
No, but
it's
show
so
George over
funny.
here. George, come here. I need you to.
I don't even
I
think-
need you to. The comedic timing on this is.
Here, I'll stand in front of the camera.
Because Kyron gave him a wedgie and it was a little too hard. Watch. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't show my son's ass, but his whole back was blown out. The whole back of his drawers.
How did you get a wedgie out like that?
I can't. Okay, so
He had the
Do
cowboy
you want me to
chaps.
get into my topic?
Yeah,
Because
let's
we
get
have
it.
topics today.
you
We
know,
have things.
we catch up for a week's worth of family time. You guys are our family, so we let you in. Shout out to the members on my channel. And
Yes.
shout out to everybody that's been leaving me Tarot and T voicemails. I have 6 episodes that are ready for me to drop.
Sheesh.
Okay? Because y'all be spilling TT. So they're coming. I'll probably upload those
And
today.
right before Austin gets into this, I just want to set the disclaimer. Next week, we are going to do a show.
we won't be in here.
But
though.
y'all gonna catch us like me and Noah. We gonna be like on a train, probably having a couple of cocktails. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but we gonna tap in as long as we got service.
As long as we got service. We should though. It's a little fancy train. All right. So what you got for me this week, Austin?
So, this week we're going to talk about the Hinterkaifeck murders from 1922. Have either of you
Are
heard?
they German?
Bavarian.
Bavarian.
It's kind of like Austria
Yeah.
area. So, a remote Bavarian farm, 6 victims and a killer who may have lived among them after the crime.
Oh God.
The Hinterkaifeck murders are widely considered one of the strangest unsolved crimes in European history. The mystery isn't just the brutality of the killings, it's the eerie sequence of events before and after the murders. There were warnings, strange footprints, missing keys, sounds in the attic, and after the killings, someone appeared to remain on the farm, feeding animals and eating food before vanishing into the countryside. More than a century later, the identity of the killer remains unknown. So let's go over the core facts. Date of the murders was likely the night of March 31st, 1922. Hinterkaifeck farm near Grobern, Bavaria, Germany. Victims were Andreas Gruber, 63, the patriarch, or the head of the household. Kazila Gruber, 72, is his wife. Victoria Gabriel, 35, was their widowed daughter. Kazila Gabriel, 7, was Victoria's daughter. Yosef was Victoria's son, and then Maria Baumgartner was 44. The family's maid arrived the day of the murders. So all 6 were killed with what investigators believe was a mattock, a farm tool similar to a pickaxe.
What was the?
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
Go ahead and log on. Somebody said.
Jacinda, get out.
Somebody said.
Jacinda, you said you were supposed to be in the background.
Somebody said, yeah.
They said,
Oh, she said he
she
parked
said
that wagon in front of the
she said
camera.
George is cheeked up.
Oh, yeah. That's no surprise. Like if you saw it in person, you'd be like,
He got a fatty.
crazy. That's
You
crazy.
have to start pulling ones out, Jacinda.
Yeah, our kids are gonna walk around like the fucking like administration office lady that would like walk like with a big ass. That's gonna be
You know what's funny is
Cameron
like
and I's
every
kid.
school had that. Every school had the admin lady that was just dumped.
Yeah, for no
Just
reason.
Fucking put a shelf on it or put a little
A Pepsi
They
can.
put a saddle on it, dude. At this
Put a
point,
fucking
Oh my
glass of
God, our
water.
And they
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
wore
These
appropriate,
things.
inappropriate outfits. Like it's always like,
All right,
Okay,
So-
wait. I have a question about
Okay.
that. So,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
old
yeah.
is everybody?
so
They
63,
63,
72,
72,
35,
35,
7,
7,
2, and then the maid is 44.
35-year-old. Let somebody come in here and kill all them old folks.
She's widowed.
Oh, okay. Oh, as a woman.
Yep.
Okay.
The only man, well, there's a boy, Yosef, and then there is Andreas Gruber, who is 63.
Okay.
But they were all killed. So the Hinterkaifeck farm was a small, isolated farmstead roughly half a mile from the nearest neighbors. At the time, electricity was limited, roads were primitive, and communication was slow. This meant the crimes committed in rural areas could go undiscovered for days. The farm consisted of a farmhouse, a barn, animal stalls, attic storage areas. The layout would later become critical to understanding the murders. So let's go over some of the strange events before the murders. In the weeks before the killings, Andreas Gruber told neighbors about several disturbing incidents. Footprints in the snow. Gruber discovered footprints leading from the forest toward the house, but there were no footprints leading back out. Somebody had apparently approached the farm, but never left. Sounds in the attic. Gruber reported hearing footsteps in the attic at night. He investigated but found no one, yet the noises continued. There was a missing key at one point for the house. It completely disappeared. This suggested that someone might have already had access to the home. The maid quits. The family's previous maid left suddenly. Her reason? She believed the house was haunted. She reported hearing strange noises and refused to stay. So now let's get to March 31st, 1922. On the day of the murders, a new maid arrived. Maria Baumgartner had been hired to replace the previous maid. She had only been at the farm a few hours when the killings occurred. Let's go over the murder sequence. Investigators believe the killer lured victims one by one into the barn. Victim 1 was Andreas Gruber. He was likely the first victim. He was struck in the head with the mattock, which is like a pickaxe. Victim 2 was Victoria Gabriel, which is the widowed daughter. She followed her father into the barn. She was attacked the same way. Kazila Gruber, the grandmother, was next. Victim 4, Kazila Gabriel, who was only 7, was also killed in the barn. Evidence suggests she survived the initial attack for hours. Investigators found clumps of her hair in her hands, suggesting she had pulled it out in distress.
The little girl.
The 7-year-old. Victims 5 and 6 were inside the house. The killer entered after the killing of Kazila. The killer entered the farmhouse. Inside, Maria Baumgartner was killed in her bed. So the new maid was still killed. Yosef, the 2-year-old child, was killed in his crib. The discovery went unnoticed for 4 days. Nobody checked on him for 4 days. Neighbors eventually became suspicious because the family missed church, the children did not attend school, and the mail was untouched. On April 4th, 1922, neighbors entered the property. Inside the barn, they discovered 4 bodies stacked in hay, and the 2 remaining victims were inside the house. The most disturbing discovery was evidence suggested the killer remained on the farm after the murders. Neighbors reported smoke coming from the chimney, animals being fed, and fresh footprints.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would you feed the animal? This is what I don't understand about these people. Why feed the animals when the animals don't have anybody to take care of them anymore?
Because it was the old maid.
I feel like it was. I don't. Yeah.
Maybe. So someone had continued living on the farm for several days. This means that the killer likely stayed among the bodies.
And they're in a rural area, neighbors miles away.
Half a mile at minimum.
Okay.
The murder weapon was discovered, the days after the discovery, investigators found the murder weapon. It had been hidden inside the barn, buried under debris. This suggests the killer intended to return for it or believed it would never be discovered. So now let's get into the investigation. The investigation quickly became massive. Hundreds of suspects were questioned, but forensic science in 1922 was extremely limited.
Of course.
There was no DNA testing, no modern fingerprint databases, and limited crime scene preservation. Important evidence may have been destroyed during the early investigation, just like George's favorite topic. People were just walking through the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yo,
On
look at this.
purpose.
I got a finger.
On purpose.
Yeah.
If you don't think that shit was on purpose, you just be like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I had to hit a little woo woo on that family over
Right.
there. I need you to
Exactly.
go
I'm
through
gonna
it.
come and
I'm gonna
smear
need you
the
to just
scene.
check that shit out.
Hey, kid, here's a shilling. Go walk through that
Right.
motherfucker.
Let me know. Did I do good?
Like,
And
guys,
more than
after
likely-
sex, how was I?
I feel like back then killers went back to the scene.
Oh, yeah. They for
always
sure
felt
wanted
like
to look
they-
back
they
on their
did.
work. It was like an art form to them.
Yeah.
All right.
Why the hell is this? Come on, sorry.
Oh, my God. They're coming for us. So here are some major suspects. Carl Gabriel was Victoria's husband, had been presumed killed in World War I, but rumors circulated that he had survived and returned. Some believed he murdered the family in revenge. However, records strongly suggest that he did, in fact, die during the war. He was a German, too, so it wasn't looking very good for them. Lorenz Schlittenbauer, great names, I love these names. This was the most widely suspected individual. He was a neighbor and had a relationship with Victoria. He may have been the father of Josef. During the discovery of the bodies, his behavior raised suspicion. He moved bodies in ways investigators considered unusual, but no evidence ever proved his involvement.
He moved the bodies?
He probably like helped them move them, but he's probably like, yeah, here's this. Oh,
What
fuck.
the-
Oh, no,
right.
their face is smashed and
Yeeted
there's
a
no
baby.
fingerprints.
Yeah. That's very odd. 1920. The 20s was a weird place.
And especially in Germany, fresh after World War I,
Yeah.
it's even more crazy. So let's go over some of the other theories.
Why would he kill his son though?
No, trust me. I've seen worse.
Chris Benoit. There's so many family annihilators out there. That's why there's a whole term called family annihilator. It's a common thing. So some other theories. One of them, and this is a big one, is a drifter living in the attic. Because of the strange footprints and attic noises, some believe the killer had been secretly living in the farmhouse for days or even weeks. This theory suggests the killer knew the farm's routines. Robbery gone wrong. The theory is weak because nothing valuable was actually stolen.
No.
Revenge killing. Some speculate the murders were motivated by personal grudges, but no clear motive has ever been proven.
I think it was a dude.
So
Or
what makes
maid.
this case so chilling is that several details still haunt investigators. The killer may have lied in the attic or lived in the attic before the murders. Victims were lured individually to the barn. The killer remained on the farm for days afterward. The murders occurred in an extremely isolated location. This combination creates a disturbing possibility. The killer may have been watching the family long before the murders ever occurred. What is certain is that 6 people were murdered. The killer used a mattock. Victims were killed individually. Someone remained on the farm afterward, and the case remains unsolved. So the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of the most unsettling crimes in history, not because investigators lack evidence, but because the evidence suggests something deeply disturbing. Someone was watching the Gruber family. Someone walked out of the forest. Someone entered their house, and after the murders, that person stayed in the house for days, living among the animals, eating their food, and waiting for the right moment to disappear forever. So I remember Joe Rogan talked about this on an old podcast he did, and he said, I remember talking to detectives, and they said, if you went out and killed somebody that like you had no association to, like you just show up to a house, randomly killed him, you'd probably get away with it. So that's what I think it is. I think it was just some
A
crazy
random.
person.
Yeah.
I do think legitimately lived in the attic for
And,
several days.
But you know what? I can honestly say that may be the case. Remember, the maid said she quit because she thought the house was haunted.
Yeah.
What if this person was squatting in the attic and that's what she was hearing and was too scared to ever go upstairs and check? And so when she quit, yeah.
Okay.
I felt like maybe it was a rando.
Nah, I think it was the maid.
You think it was a maid? I don't think.
The reason I think it was the maid is because you decided to wait until the new bitch showed up and killed everybody.
I don't.
Oh, y'all
want to
replace me? Okay.
I just feel like she had really good intuition.
Well, no, they didn't replace her till after she left.
Right, but still, they dated
Well,
somebody.
she knew somebody
took her
else was going to
spot.
be the maid. I mean, they needed a housekeeper, so she knew someone was going to come in once she quit. I don't know. I think maybe it was a random crazy person, because who the hell feeds somebody's
What
animals
if there was something
whenever?
else going on? Like, what if she was fucking?
Now, what if you
the
always
dude?
wanted livestock, you just never had somebody like, yo, I can live out this fantasy real quick. I'm gonna feed these horses.
You know what? That's people. Psychopaths thinks like that. Think like that. I feel like maybe it was just a random act of violence.
But the problem is, what do you gain from it though?
Nothing. These are social psychopaths.
Like it doesn't. I don't know, man. I'm from the hood. If I try to kill somebody, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, they say this is the thing. They always say they didn't have any known enemies. Any known. We don't know if they was beefing with somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you beef with somebody in a country though? Like,
Dog, it's tough on some of these too. I mean, look at the photo. This is the photo that we have of these people. That's it. All right. Like, you don't think. So you think we know everything about this family?
No.
We have one
Right.
fucking black and white photo. They could be terrible human beings.
They could be. They could be. Or the maid could have been fucking the dude who had the baby with the other chick, and like you don't know what the backstory. There's always a story beneath the story.
The lead in the water. The lead. There was clearly chemicals that these people were intaking that they didn't know at the time.
Right.
Fucking them up.
Yeah.
They're just making
for
them
real.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think if it was I feel like it was somebody random and they were living in the house. It scared the maid. She thought the house was haunted because she was hearing footsteps probably above her head when nobody was home. And so she quit. Shout out to her ancestors because her discernment was discerning.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you find out really she was like, yo, I just dropped a fat upper decker. They're gonna fire me if they see this shit. Let me leave.
I'm gonna need for Austin to stop peddling these stories in the 1920s. Like,
Listen, that's because they're the 1920s and
It's such a weird time.
It was a weird time because I could never imagine.
You're in between two world wars. And
Yes.
You're about to come. It's like right now. It's literally like we're repeating the roaring 20s right now.
Yeah.
the only difference is now everybody has Ring cameras and you'll get caught.
Yeah. Everybody has Ring cameras. Everybody got credit card debt. Everybody got
Bills.
Hey,
Everybody
listen,
got.
sometimes them
badass
credit
kids.
cards be so high, you could take me out, brother.
Hey, might as well. I ain't gotta pay that bitch no more.
Take
Right.
me out.
I'm just saying.
No, I think it was a rando.
What about you, George?
I'm okay. Just some questions here, just to refresh the people that may have not been here earlier on. The place is Germany.
Yep.
The year is
1922.
22.
and there were 6 people killed.
2 children
2 children.
under 10.
4 were killed in the barn. 2 people were killed in the house.
People
One
say
of
with the pickaxe. The pickaxe was the alleged weapon of
Yeah.
use.
Well, it's a Mattock.
A Mattock.
Mattock.
Can you look that up and tell me?
It's
I
literally
agree.
it's literally just a fucking pickaxe.
Nubia
It
said
is?
the killer was probably already in the
was
house.
it a
That's how I
stone
feel, too.
pickaxe, a wood pickaxe? Was
Probably
it iron?
probably iron.
Iron.
Probably
Iron?
iron. Or
So-
steel.
They didn't have diamond pickaxes back
No,
then.
they did not.
They didn't get to level 11. That's
we
crazy.
hadn't got that far down in the fucking ground yet, George.
I know. I
Hey,
listen,
listen.
I didn't know how far.
Yeah,
they
I
were
feel
along
like
in
the killer
Minecraft
was a
back then.
squatter that was already in the house, knew the routine, had been staying there for a while.
Yeah, he said he saw footprints in the snow come from the forest to the barn and then never.
And the lady
Yeah.
quit because she said the house was haunted because she was hearing the shit moving in the attic too.
he probably looked at her and was like, "Tell him."
Well, they
bitch, I
said that
dare
it
you."
was. You said it was cubby space in the
attic, yeah.
Any military ties? that they
Other than the ex-husband of Victoria, who was killed in the war.
Who allegedly
Okay.
got killed.
Yes. Somebody said, do banshees have footprints? I would assume so. Bigfoot does. I don't know. Google
Damn.
that
Yeah.
for me.
Footprint. Snow fucks things up. Snow is always a dead giveaway. Sometimes
Yeah.
with the. How do you get away? Do you shuffle? People
No.
thought you were on skis.
So the thing is a banshee though is more of like an Irish thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but
6 people.
and
pickaxe.
no, they don't because it's a spirit.
Ah. Okay. He owns something.
But I mean, I like the way where your head's going though.
Okay.
Yeah, with the banshee. Yeah. You could always think about something a little paranormal.
Yeah, because it's like everything is in life is spiritual. You know, like the maid got the fuck on before this, the day before this even, or a couple days before, right?
She left
because it comes down to there is no way that she was like, you know what, this shit is haunted, I'm out. And they were all,
and then they die a couple days later.
Man, all like axed.
Yeah, it was a couple of days before.
Picked. Okay.
Yeah, it's her.
Imagine that you
Hey, that's what I
you
said.
show up
It's her.
as a maid to a remote town in a remote house. You're like, all right, well, I got this new job. Yo, they gonna pay me like 50 bands a week. Like this shit's crazy.
You
Then
get
you
killed
get there.
the
You
first
start
day.
making, you got an Amazon cart.
Yeah, you're
You
like,
start-
damn,
I'm
when
about
this
to spend
check
this money.
hits, baby, we going to San Diego for 3 days when this check hits. And then you get there and you hear screaming in the farm. You're like, no fuck. Hey, all right, well, white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe, and then you're dead. And you're like, well, motherfucker.
Literally, I would have been pissed. I would have been looking at my own body and been like, God damn it. I guess I can't check out for that Amazon cart.
Right.
Damn.
But then,
Yeah.
but then you see the guy like, this is like a comedy sketch idea. You like die, but you're a ghost. You could see, and like you were looking at your Amazon cart, and you're dead right there. And the guy just comes over and hits purchase, and he's like, I'm about
Check
to get
out
something good.
I swear, it's all just very suspicious. The 20s pissed me off so bad. From 1900 to about 1950 pissed me off with their investigative.
I thought you was gonna say 1985.
skills. No. With their investigative skills. And then I'm really pissed off about the crimes that were in the 60s, 50s through like whenever DNA was a thing. It pisses me off because it's like we could have been had it. Like whenever they caught the Golden Gate Killer or whatever it was, because his dumbass did an Ancestry DNA kit and DNA didn't exist whenever he was around there murdering everybody and they mammy on that highway. So it's like they get to live their life out free and clear. So that's why it just pisses me off. I'm so glad we have DNA now. But yeah,
DNA is good and bad.
it is.
You know, till you get arrested and it's a serious crime and then they swab.
Yeah, I
you.
used to watch. I don't know if anybody. Well, I know you guys probably don't remember because this is not y'all era. But chat, do y'all remember that HBO show that used to come on late at night and it was autopsies?
I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen
it's an
that.
older guy. He wore glasses, you know, salt and pepper hair. But I watched an episode of that, and it was a pimp that got killed, right? And so they did his autopsy and everything.
They were like,
else.
yo, but he got that shit on though when he brought him
Listen,
in.
he got killed, and they were like, they had no DNA except when whoever killed him was chewing gum, and the gum dropped out of their mouth, right? And so they took the DNA from the gum, and it was one of his toes. Yeah, that's him.
Okay,
That's
it was
him.
in 1994, only one season.
Man, and I watched that shit over and over. That season would play in 98, 99. I've always been
Jacinda
into
remembers it.
creepy shit. And so they did the DNA. One of his hoes killed him.
These title names are fucking hilarious. The dead speak.
Yeah. And
Dead men do tell tales. Secrets of the dead. Dead giveaway.
Yeah. Well, and then there
Dead
was this other
Awakening.
lady that, and this one was really sad. It was a lady. She kept having babies, and they all would die of SIDS, right? Or so we thought. And so he did the autopsy because it was cases, and then he would do the autopsy.
Yo,
and talk
he was
about
like
the
a
cases.
detective that was doing autopsy.
Yes, and so it
That's
was
crazy.
It
Because you
was
think you get
lit.
away with it because like by the time they get to the autopsy, usually
But
it's like
he
they're done.
had another show too. That 1994 one was not the only show that he had. And so this lady came in and she had a baby that passed. She had another one and she had twins, and both the twins passed. And come to find out, she was co-sleeping and rolling over on these babies. So she was plus size.
Oh no.
It was terrible, but it's very, very
How
good
could you
show.
sleep at night knowing that you suffocated your baby?
Babies. It was like four
Right.
of them
More
that
than
had
one.
Yo,
passed.
he's still alive.
Yeah.
That dude's 91.
Yeah, he's old as shit. Probably retired.
I
but-
know of somebody right now that rolled over on one of their babies and killed it years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as a parent, I don't know how I could live with myself.
No.
Like I be thinking about that shit forever.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can move on. To
Yeah.
mine.
So I
My
know you. I know
case.
you came in with some heat.
Yes. So Mine is about a woman named Joanne Zephyr. Do you want me to spell that for you?
Yeah.
So Joanne, is it Joanna or Joanne? Joanne, Zephyr.
Oh, that wasn't hard to spell. We could have sounded that out, girl.
Zephyr?
Yeah.
Zephyr could have been.
Zephyrus.
It could have been an F. It could have been.
It could have been an email.
It could have been an email. It's
And
crazy.
That
she
is a
comes
last
out of
name.
Florida.
Scandalous.
Yes.
Florida?
She comes out of Florida. This case happens in 2022.
Okay.
So on May 8th in, I cannot pronounce this county. So we're just going to say on May 8th in Florida, 38-year-old Joanne Zephyr carried out a series of violent acts involving her family. Okay. So the first thing that she did earlier that day, she stabbed her husband.
Osceola County.
Osceola. That's Osceola County, Florida.
That's where Data remembers from. Shout out.
So earlier that day, she stabbed her husband who survived the attack. Right. After this, she left with her 2 children.
Oh, and don't
ages
tell me. I'm about
3
to roast
and
the fuck
8.
out of this
Man,
girl.
man.
Right. What?
Not this story. Not this week. You about to take me to Florida on Monday and you talking about people
Oh,
stabbing their
please.
husbands?
Wait,
Please.
is this her?
Joanne?
I think so.
She couldn't see. She legally blind.
Yeah, that's her.
What's up with her ass?
I was about to, Mr. Fresh, I was about to say the same
I'm
thing.
just
Yeah.
saying.
You gonna let somebody who can't
Right,
see
I'm
right
sorry. Are
fuck you up?
Yes.
This ain't-
So,
Okay.
ain't nobody stabbed me. I can
just
stab you here for free. So May 8th, she stabs her husband, right? And she runs off. Her husband did survive the attack. She left with her 2 kids. They're 3 and 8 years old. At some point after leaving, Joanne contacted a family member and said that she intended to turn herself in, but she wanted to spend some time with her kids. Okay. This detail is important because it shows that she still was aware of her actions, right? Follow me.
She's not insane.
Right. Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
That's up for debate. However, her behavior became even more
Right? George
escalated.
just saw the picture I saw. Right, George?
Okay. You know,
I'm just saying, yo.
It's so
I can't see him legally
I
blind.
listen.
Imagine you see him and they're just stabbing this way. The entire
Right.
time.
I'm
in front of
like,
you.
how did you even see him straight to stab him? But whatever.
She had to focus. She
Lord.
closed that one eye.
This is going to be so hard to chop up. I apologize to whoever's cutting these clips in advance. So her behavior escalated and became even more erratic, right? So she was spending time with her children. And while she was alone, she forced both of them to drink bleach.
Oh, hell no.
She then strangled her 3-year-old child to death. The 8-year-old survived. Okay. Afterwards, she attempted, like the coward she is, to take her own life, which she failed to do that. You know, they always do.
You can't even take out an 8-year-old. How are you going to take yourself out?
Hello. So authorities later located her in a church parking lot, of course. You know, they always do that. And she was in a church parking lot and she...
God's got me.
Yes, her children were found in the vehicle. Now, following her arrest, Joanne told law enforcement
So the
that
kids weren't dead.
one was.
Okay.
One had died. So following her arrest, Joanne told law enforcement that a voodoo spell was put on her and that it caused her to harm her husband and her children. She was charged with first-degree murder with a weapon, which is a capital felony, attempted first-degree murder, and attempted felony murder. As of April 2024, the state of Florida is seeking the death penalty for her. Okay? I'm not sure if her case is going to trial yet, but she threw out the word voodoo spell. And this was the highlight of this case. This is how it was sensationalized. So from her behavior, several things can be observed. She was highly escalated and unstable mentally. Her actions followed a sequence, not a sudden snap. She knew that she was going to do this. Like you carry bleach to your car and put your kids in it. And then under the guise that I want to spend time after you just stabbed your husband.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, the spiritual community isn't going to let that rest. All right. So some of the things that the community has said that are spiritualists who practice voodoo, who practice, Ifa, whatever the case is, as mystics, said that it could have been a spiritual possession of some sort, but not in the African diasporic sort of way.
Yeah, why put it on a genre or religion or
Well,
or practice?
I believe she truly did believe that. That's why she did this in a church parking lot.
Can I tell you why? Why I think it's the same reason why so many Christians are some of the most hateful people you'll see. But then they go to church is because they think that by going to church, it exonerates them from everything they've done.
No, but what I'm saying is
so
why
they're using
tie it to something? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
they're tying it because then they're hoping they'll gain pity. Oh, it's a demon. We can't take her serious.
Yeah.
It's she just needs to go to church.
Right. So, of course, spiritual possession is a thing because in African spirituality, especially voodoo, that's not a thing to hurt children. Most of those spirits protect children. You know, that's not a thing. So they have that. Somebody else, people said that she was underneath spiritual psychosis and assumed that someone had done this.
Yeah.
So, you know, like this was really something that she took seriously. And then other people are just like, she lost her shit and she had a mental health emergency. A hex or a crossing was also mentioned in some of the comments that I've seen. Her being under spiritual warfare and attack made her do these things. But I feel like not to this extreme. You have to already be like off your rocker to be like, I'm going to make my kids drink bleach. I'm going to stab my husband and I'm going to go in a church parking lot and sacrifice my kids. It just doesn't happen like no. Influence of a dark or negative spirit. I feel like that's closer to the truth than anything. She looked already a little touched.
I'm gonna be so for real here. I'm gonna go with the same theory. She is just a malicious person and just tried to use that as a. Not saying that it can't happen. There's absolutely dark spirits and things that do that. But let's be real here. Like,
okay, we're gonna get to the debate part. Okay, because I can agree now. People also suspect that she was working in spirituality and opened up some type of door that was not supposed to be open, which allows negative entities to come through, like a portal theory kind of thing. So now that we know the case, we know everything. Oh, and this is important. She has never been known to practice voodoo. She's not initiated into the religion.
Right. That's what I'm saying is like, if Mr. Fresh was to come to me and be like, yo, Noah had something come over her and like she did some real fucked up things, I would be more inclined to believe that from you than this person who's not initiated in anything, no history of like practicing or anything like that.
So do you believe, this is my first question for y'all, do you believe that she was under attack spiritually? And I want you guys in the comments, the chat, to answer this as well.
I'm going to say
do you
no.
believe that she was being spiritually attacked? No. Do you believe she was being spiritually attacked?
it's a possibility.
I'll agree with that.
Just because she's not I don't practice per se,
Right.
but I've still been under a spiritual attack.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's logical to think that somebody who doesn't practice or doesn't partake could be spiritually attacked. Could have an attachment. It could, some type of manifestation. I don't know.
So can I ask you, with exorcisms, because that's what I think of when I think of like spiritual attacks. It's one of the most widely commercialized spiritual attacks out there. When I did the research on the Annalise McKell one, everything was so sporadic and like in the moment. It wasn't drawn out or thought out like this lady was.
Right.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I do agree that, you don't have to necessarily be spiritual to be spiritually attacked.
Right.
But I don't know. Just the way of how methodical it was, it makes me think it was premeditated.
But you also got to think about it like this, though. You ever been around somebody or came in contact with somebody and it's like, that person got negative energy. Like, that person got a demon on them. There's something wrong with it. That person got something on them. You know what I mean? Like, I know somebody, my oldest son's big sister. Fashion model, you know what I mean?
On the cover of Vogue.
On the cover of Vogue. Oh. Like, I'm talking like she got kicked out of Paris because she's crazy. Because she's crazy.
No,
but she could move and groove like a regular person in certain situations.
But there's an edge to it though.
But then it's like eventually that light switch, and now you batshit crazy.
I feel
again.
like that spiritual attack. There's no way that you were on one of the most historical covers. It was a historical cover of Vogue. And
it wasn't just a regular Vogue.
It wasn't just a regular
black.
Vogue. It was the Vogue cover where it was a bunch of black women on the cover, and they were like dressed in.
It was white or something.
No, it was black. They all had the same hair. It was iconic. It was the first of its type. They never did anything like that. It was a historical cover, and it was dedicated to black women. And it's like you go from doing that, you go from having pictures with Naomi Campbell walking runways in Paris to. That's spiritual attack. I think everybody has the notion that spiritual. Yep.
Is she in that photo?
Yep. She's dead smack in the middle, up top.
Oh, that's her.
Yes.
The lightest one of the.
Yes.
But what's crazy is they made her darker.
Yes.
She's like lighter, like
But-
Tootie's complexion.
No, she's my
Well,
complexion.
here's the thing though. I'm gonna be put my director of photography hat on. They probably white balanced it differently because of a lot of. It's so hard to white balance when you have a light skin tone versus a dark skin tone. Usually you go towards the darker skin tone so it doesn't just fade into obscurity. So that's probably what they did. So they probably just white balanced it for everybody else in there.
But see, you see how easily that was. You were able to find that without me even telling you
Correct.
anything because it was a historical cover.
Right.
You don't go from that to talking to yourself. Being, I mean, it was bad.
So now here's the thing though. The show The Pit. They had a girl like that in the last season who was a fashion influencer, and they found out that the product she was getting from China had mercury in it, and it causes delusions.
Well, they be doing some shit too. Like I think.
I'm still not saying that it could be.
No.
They be doing some huff type shit over there.
yeah, I don't know
they
what
be
the hell
breathing
that
in
stuff
some
is.
shit. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
It was just a very weird time. So, to answer your question and piggyback off of what he said
Sure.
and what you said, spiritual attack does not just look like possession.
No, that's just one
Right,
facet
that's
of
a
it.
facet.
Yeah.
It's an umbrella, like spiritual attack, and then you have possession, and then you have spiritual warfare, whatever the case is, right?
And then you got
Spirit-
somebody buying from Manifesty.com,
Manifesty, get that
and you
shit
turn the
off.
motherfuckers into possums.
Yeah, get that shit off you. That hex oil, have a bitch wake up with a tail the next day. But anyway,
That's the funniest shit. Like, I'm just like, I would like to think, like, George, thank God we did not have this available to us 2-3 years ago.
man, listen. But so spiritual attack can look like your money being messed up.
Yeah.
It can
A lot
look
of
like your
different-
health being messed
lot
up,
of
like
different
your
facets.
like your mental health, your kids being bad as fuck. That can be an attack too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
15 stitches in your foot.
man, it just comes down
Sunburnt
to
your whole foot. Looks
yes,
like the
just
top layer of skin
misfortune,
peeled off.
you know, chaos. So I mean, what do you think? Do you think she was under spiritual attack?
I feel like there could have been a slight spiritual attack for sure. I'm not saying. Listen, but she still. With that being said, even if she was under spiritual attack, she was still coherent enough to cover her traces and do
Her tracks, yeah.
and do the right things. You go to a church because you know that they're not going to kill you in the parking lot of a church.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like, you know that's like going to a school. They're not going to shoot you in front of a school. They're going to apprehend you.
I think she went to that church because of what I truly believe that she thought, or that she was under spiritual attack.
And she went there like praying, like,
Yes.
God, please.
And
I don't
that
know what-
because she tried to kill herself. She tried to kill herself too. So I feel like she felt in her mind that she really was under a spiritual attack, that some kind of being force was on her, and she went to that church to take her and her kids out.
What if she had just had a manic episode? Like, it's so crazy.
Yes, there's a fine line between spiritual
warfare.
warfare and psychosis and a mental health emergency.
Yeah.
You have to know the difference between the two. We don't know what led up to this.
I'm leaning more towards mental health emergency because of how methodical and planned out it was.
Yeah.
I do think there was some premeditation to it.
signs.
There was some premeditation to it. And I think, and I'm gonna die on my sword, I guess, on this one, is I think she went to the church to try to be like, no, look, I'm okay. I'm at the church. Jesus
Right.
forgives me. You shouldn't arrest me.
Right. Right. And I feel like it's not fair to the voodoo community. We are so
No,
tired.
absolutely not.
And I'm not even a part of I'm not initiated into the religion. I have people that I really care about that are. I know people, priestess, mambos, ugans.
Mm-hmm.
I know people like that, right?
But it's like, it's a smack in the face.
But this
Yeah,
is what they wanted.
it's-
They did this at the turn of the century.
They're
Whenever
trying to
demonize,
devalue, and like take away the trust of the culture that you guys have.
Wait, shout out to Mrs. Mitchell. Thank you so much for the $10. I forgot what they call it.
Super chat.
Thank you.
Hey, that's how long y'all been keeping us in the dark. We don't even remember what they're called no more.
I appreciate you. Love you down, sister. But yeah, it just comes
start
down.
Getting some more super chats. We might have to start eating again.
I know. You know, we are independent. We indie over here. All right. The coffees we buy ourselves. The mukbangs we used to do. We everything that you guys donate goes back in. So thank you. Shout out to y'all. But I really
sometimes
feel,
the gas tanks.
Yes, that too, because we are across town.
A
All
lot
of us live.
take that premium out here, man.
I paid $80 for one tank of gas in California.
Oh! I paid $80 the other day.
It didn't
was
even fill it up.
3/4 of a tank.
It didn't even fill it up.
Here?
Yes.
And you taking premium? How big is your tank?
I
think mine's like 15 gallons. I pay like anywhere from 50 to 60 right now with how high
I got 40 miles so empty right now, and I'm scared, child. I'm like,
listen,
sounds like another $115.
Gonna have to start using like tow hooks.
Man.
We're just gonna be like, hey, listen, you know how it's a struggle right now, but I'm gonna hook on you.
I'm trying to.
You're in the freeway and it's like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we all on that side of town. We gonna have to start carpooling. Look, we all gonna meet at this one location. We drive one car.
You drive this week. George drives next week. I drive the week after.
Yeah, but I do think. What do you think, George? Do you think she was under
George.
spiritual attack?
I mean, I think it's just convenient.
Yeah,
you know, like
so convenient.
that excuse becomes convenient once you fucked up beyond belief.
Right. And I think that's fucked up
It's like
beyond
the
belief.
Casey Anthony thing, right?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna plead insanity, and
I
we're
think-
just gonna.
and that
And it
only-
fucking worked.
Yeah, well, it only
bro.
works
And then
she gets into
for
fights in a
white
bar.
women. That shit doesn't work for us.
Yeah, I mean, she's black, so she's
Only
she's
but
they're gonna put her dick in the dirt.
I can't say. You remember the cop last year who was murdered by a guy's dad? Okay.
Yeah,
The
'cause
cop killed the boy, the
and then
18-year-old boy, and then the boy,
his
boy's
dad
daddy
came back and killed him.
literally killed a cop the next day. They are saying he's really getting a sweetheart deal right now. They're like, he was insane. And they can prove it, like that he had a mental break because he had just
emotional
left.
distress from your child
Yes.
being killed.
Well,
and-
he had just left from watching the body cam footage of him shooting his child.
yeah.
For nothing. And he wasn't
the
armed or
lawyer
anything.
probably showed him.
It was a lot of things that the spirit is working in that man's favor. God bless him. I'm not saying murdering anybody is okay. It's not right. I understand though, because he shot his child. So sometimes whenever you got the right legal team, but for this, when it comes to, your children, I'm sorry, only W women get away with that. There's no way that Casey Anthony is on TikTok right now. There's no way that Gypsy Rose is
You made me
out,
think, I was
and
like,
that
the
boy
D
is
is
not.
fire.
Like literally, and didn't she just have a baby? Like, there's no way we can't.
With like another dude. Like it was like she was married to somebody that had. I don't know.
No, it's just not gonna happen. So
Why should
I can.
ads on my thing? I don't
know, but literally, I think that this was some type of spiritual warfare. I feel like she blamed voodoo because that was just so fucking convenient. But I do think that you have to have a demon on you to do this. You have to have such a low vibrational energy on you.
But what
to
if
be
you
like,
are the low vibrational energy?
But that's the
Yeah.
thing, and I think it just goes back to your point where it's like, you think about the Salem witch trials and
Yeah.
just like how women were treated back in the day. And I know I know it's two different things here.
No,
but I was
no,
like,
it is.
The spiritual part of people being crazy kind of faded into the hedges as mental health came forward as an excuse, and it's just a fucking veil. But at least with spirituality, it is based in thousands of years of history, and like, not saying that mental health, like, I think they're one and the same at a certain point in time. And I think that she's doing this now a lot of like, for the reasons that you said. It's like white people go for the mental health plead of craziness, and then people of color will say spiritual.
The devil did. That ain't nothing but the devil. No, you right. It is the devil, all right. It's just not the type of devil they're talking about. Because this is what they did at the turn of the century. This is what they did in the beginning or after the Haitian Revolution. Once they figured out that they was in them woods doing, they sorcered their way into freedom. Now they paid for it dearly, but then they ran a whole smear campaign about how voodoo was evil, how it was just some malevolent like thing, and it was all in the newspaper and everything. And that's what the CIA is over there clapping. Because
it's paying dividends.
It's our
right
own
now.
community. This black community are our biggest haters. I can honestly say. So her saying this, I do think was a scapegoat. Do I think that she had something on her? Absolutely. You don't make your kids drink bleach and then strangle one to death. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, yeah, no. She's
cooked with that crooked ass eye. What?
No, it's crazy. No,
she looks like she chew rocks for a living. Like that motherfucker, that goddamn wig. I should have known she was touched when I seen that beauty supply store wig she had on that mugshot.
She looked like her.
She looks like she chew rocks.
No, she looked like her favorite number is red.
She looks like
I'm
the reason
asshole.
why she did this.
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
the asshole. Says Jacqueline Kennedy looks like she chews sheet metal.
Hey, Austin, too far, and I'll mute you next time you do that.
Wait,
I'll
what did
mute
you
next
say?
Next time you get out of Jacqueline Kennedy, looks
dude.
like she chews sheet metal.
Yeah.
It's
There's
hilarious.
TikToks. I know I've mentioned. There's TikToks of like somebody being like, "All right, Miss Kennedy, how do you feel about?"
Oh God, Lord.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
for
seen.
real. Just look up.
I thought she was. Wait.
Yeah, Jacqueline Kennedy sheet metal, and you'll crack up immediately.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, do that.
No, look it up for
But while
me.
you're doing that, the joke that I was gonna make is like, I think what happened is one of her kids was like, "Mom, which one of us are you talking to?" She's like, "I'm talking to you," and she's like fucking cross. And so that's
To
why she killed him.
untrained eyes, okay, Mr. Fresh and Noah, to untrained eyes, these utensils may look like scrap metal, but as a historian, I know that they were once owned by the Jacqueline Kennedy. They're just all fucking mangled and chewed up and shit.
Okay, first of all,
You gotta see her face,
Let me
though.
address some comments. The Relisha Rudd case, I had to look it up because it's in my head. I knew what you were talking about, but I need to put a face to the case, and very much so pisses me off. It always has. Yeah, she does look like she's doing. Okay,
Sorry,
it
so
pisses
sorry.
me off. And that janitor, absolutely, yeah. That might be my show order. And Elisa Lamb lives in my mind rent free.
Kim K said, "Eyes,
Rent free.
eyes are the windows to the soul." She cray cray.
No, she didn't. She like wear the bloody clothes for a long time after Kennedy was assassinated.
Well, like she hadn't had a chance to change.
Yeah.
So the thing was they had to go to Air Force One, and they immediately had to swear in the vice president. Like
No, I read an article where they gave her the option to change. She did not want to change.
I think it was to save time or something like that. Like I remember reading into it, and it wasn't like a symbol. It was just like in shock. Once she's in shock, literally your husband's head explodes in front of you. Like I don't.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Erica Kirk sitting back like, "Damn it, how did I not think of that?"
And
she's
and
a
now
piece
she's
of
getting
fucking
cooked
work.
by Drewski.
Did you see? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Drewski, shout out to him because that was spot on.
so much-
Erica's like,
Fuck,
"Fuck, they could have had the
and-
bloody clothes."
And the
Shit.
funny
They
thing
need
is,
to give
they
him a show.
never said Erica in the video.
Never.
They gave her a different name actually.
Yes, never. But it was her.
Also, Drewski's
And-
makeup artist. We gotta find that guy because
They
he's
need
fucking.
They said
Dave
Drewski's makeup
Chappelle.
artist is the sorcerer.
Listen.
He's a sorcerer.
It gives Dave Chappelle energy, and they just need to go ahead and give him a TV show. And I'm not talking about that dating show. I mean, that's cool and it's funny. I feel like
the dating
he's
show's kinda funny.
I was about to say she's about to that
Yeah.
girl, Joanne's going to be on season 3 of Could Have Been Love.
Could have been loved.
Good, yeah,
that's
the
Drewski's,
one that murdered.
dating
Oh.
shit.
She's
Oh,
going to be
no.
on the season 3.
I didn't. What is could have been loved?
That's
That's
Drewski's
Drewski's
dating
show.
show.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I don't
She
watch
was-
it. I was just see TikTok clips, but
Oh, you got to
I feel
watch
like
it. It's a
he's-
good fucking
The
show.
funny
they
one,
say
it's
funny.
good.
the funny one was and George and I watched it because my Jeep it broke down on me and George had to pick me up to take me to Sticky Paws, and we were watching it in the car ride and it was the Could Have Been Records the house.
Oh, yeah.
And then they get in there, he's like, "Hey, so guess what? There's 22 of y'all. We only got 19 bids.
Oh God,
Figure it out."
Well, that's what
Like,
they used to
fighting
do.
shit.
What show did they do that on? They
lot
used
of
to do
shows.
a lot of shows.
A lot of shows. Somebody going
Especially
home tonight.
2000s, yeah.
Eliminations tonight.
Oh, and then the Could Have Been Love 2, the first episode, they did the same thing. Hey, we
Yeah.
got 19 of you, we only got 18
Dude,
bids.
last
and then
night-
they fucked it up. They were like, so and so staying. And he was like, "Dang," it was like a stud. She's like, "Dang, Drewski, I didn't know you were into me like that." And he was like, "It's all right." And then they went, the guy who does Barstool.
Caleb.
Yeah, the
you know what?
He was like, he like walks. He's like, hey, Drewski, we kind of fucked up. We got to tell her she's going home. And Drewski's like, hey, can I see that rose? She's like, yeah. Hey, so you got to get on the boat. You leave it.
Well, did you see? I forgot her name. The one that supposedly she was pregnant by.
Yeah. I forgot her name.
I didn't think she was really
My
pregnant.
man.
Bambi.
Because they on his
Bambi.
page. Bambi, yes.
Thank
And they was
you,
holding
George.
the baby. He holding the baby. And she behind. I said,
So
damn.
she was really pregnant by him?
No, she was just pregnant. But
Yeah,
shout out Drewski.
Drewski is in on every bit
He's
of this.
a master troll. Like,
Yes,
Bro,
he is.
yeah, it does. Yesterday, this is the last thing I'll say. It was the finale of
it's already-
season 2 of Could Have Been Love. 7 episodes. Highly recommend. But one of his send-offs, like he gets onto a boat with a girl, and the cast or the producers are like, "Hey, Drewski, we're having trouble with your mic pack. Can you just step over here real quick?" And then he steps off the boat and he like looks at her and the boat just starts driving away. He's like, I'm sorry I had to do it like this. And she fucking jumps off the boat.
Wait a minute. Oh no, I'm gonna have to start
And
watching it.
Drewski's
it's
sitting there
so
like
good.
low key scared for his life, but he's also like, this is gonna be fucking great on the episode.
Oh, you guys, I promise, go home and just binge it this weekend. You guys
Where
are
is
gonna
it on?
YouTube.
It's so funny. I want to talk to you. I was going to talk to you about something.
Oh,
I
yeah,
brought
we
up
got,
for
we got
you
some
too.
ideas.
And it's so crazy. But anyway, shout out. Okay, I gotta be honest. Yellow Thundercat, I can't play spades. I gotta learn how to play spades. But I would be a really good spades partner.
No, she wouldn't.
If I knew how.
No, she
to.
wouldn't.
I can play dominoes.
She doesn't even want to learn.
You'll never be my. No, y'all know in the black community, the only time motherfucker want to teach you spades is whenever it's on their time. They really don't. Because they'll be like, oh, who want to play spades? He's like, I don't know how to play spades. Teach me. And they're like, no, we're not teaching you. Because they're in the middle of a game. That's how it is.
I even had her download the Spades app.
There's a Spades app.
So we can
How
play
the hell
spades
am I
through
going
the
to
app,
learn?
and
I don't
can
know
teach
nothing
her,
about it.
like-
And you know what the worst part is? My mom and daddy used to
Fresh,
have
what's this app
spade
called?
parties. And I don't know how
I
to
think it's
play
called
spades.
no.
I don't.
It might just be called Spades.
Yeah.
And I
But
open it, it's like a gay
I'm going to
dating
learn.
site.
I can play blackjack.
just called
I'm a good.
spades.
That's not really a partner game, but
Number 1 Spades card game. All right, George.
I don't
George,
know how
you
to
getting
play
this?
spades.
Hey, should we start a Spades Calls From Beyond bracket tournament?
literally, I'm gonna cover next week. I thought about doing it on YouTube. So many people have covered Elisa Lamb, but for real, that shit. She was being chased by a ghost, a demon, something that we could not see with the naked eye. A person I truly don't believe did that to her. But we'll get into that. Poor people who are in the actual hotel drinking decomp water. It's very traumatizing. Mm-hmm. So I guess now we can. Do we decide we're gonna do March Madness?
Yeah, because you just skipped over my showrunner.
Oh, I forgot. You never had one.
So
no,
I feel
no,
like,
no.
No. So I was
Hold
just gonna say, I feel like we did March Madness some justice last week.
Yes, we'll let y'all give us some more ideas too.
Yeah, well, I
But-
didn't get any. I posted.
Yeah,
some
nobody
stuff, ain't nobody
submitted
No,
none.
he got a good showrunner.
I'm kind of scared though because my showrunner's not as good as you guys'.
You're crazy.
You know, and this is my first time doing
You're
it. You know,
crazy.
I don't.
I know what
usually
your showrunner is.
I don't usually do showrunners, so you know, I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, dude, it's my
Anytime they say
first
they're
time calling
nervous,
in,
I'm really nervous.
all right, it's so super nervous.
Let me just set the tone. I don't really know nothing about formats or how we're supposed to do showrunners, so I was just like putting some shit together.
Just read
You know.
off the phone. You got
And I'm going to be reading, y'all. So, you know, I'm not natural like, you know, the beautiful lady next to me where she could just talk.
Mr. Fresh, don't worry, we can cut all this stuff out. You ready?
right.
I'll count you in.
Count me in.
All right, in 5, 4,
Jesus.
3,
You got
2.
this.
Tonight's story. Is it just a ghost story?
No. That energy was shit. From the top, 3, 2.
What's my line?
1. Austin, cut. Cut.
You know what?
Whose
His
line is it
showrunner is
anyway?
so
From
good.
the
I'm
top.
like, if you don't tell the showrunner,
Three,
I'm gonna do it.
2, 1. Action.
So tonight's story isn't just a ghost story. It's history buried beneath water. A lake. Quiet on the surface. But beneath it,
Oh my God.
beneath it is roads, foundations, and possibly the restless dead.
Can anybody guess what lake we're talking about in the comments? Everybody knows.
So
this
tonight,
lake.
This is the main question we're going to ask.
11:51
Is Lake
a.m.
Lanier haunted? Or is it something darker being covered up?
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, so as you guys may or may not know, Lake Lanier was located in northern Georgia, just outside Atlanta. It was created in the 1950s when the U.S. government built the Beaufort Dam on the Chattahoochee River. I've been waiting to say Chattahoochee.
I know that's the only way you can say Chattahoochee.
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 So the reason that they built this dam, the official reasons were for flood control, for hydroelectric power, and for the water supply for Atlanta. However, once the dam was completed in 1956, over 38,000 acres of land were flooded. But here's what we don't talk about enough. Entire communities were erased. Homes, churches, cemeteries, roads, all left underwater. And one of those communities that we're talking about was Oscarville. Let me tell y'all the truth about Oscarville. Before the lake, it was a thriving black community in Forsyth County, Georgia, called Oscarville. It wasn't just a small settlement either. It was economically stable. They were land owning, and it was generational wealth. Then in 1912, everything changed. Let me tell y'all what happened in 1912. Because 1912, I said Austin's 1922 was some bullshit.
Yeah, how are you going to yell at me about some 1912?
1912 was
And then Mr.
bullshit.
President, let me talk about 1912.
So listen, there was a white woman.
It always is.
And her name was May Crow. She was found assaulted and later died. Authorities accused several black men. One black man, Mr. Rob Edwards, was arrested. But before any fair trial could happen, a mob of white residents dragged him from jail, beat him, shot him, hung his body in town square. And that was only just the beginning. Over the following weeks, there were white mobs that terrorized the black residents. Homes and churches were burned. People were threatened at gunpoint. The result of all of this shit, over 1,000 black residents were forced to flee Forsyth County. Entire families abandoned their land. Land that in many cases were never returned. So the question I want to ask you guys is, do you believe it was just mob violence, or do y'all think it was something more organized and intentional?
Well, you have to think about what happened. How many, do you know how many people died in Lake Lanier?
I'm going to tell.
Okay.
We're going to get into that.
No, this was definitely mob activity. They knew that they wanted that land. This is the same thing that they've done to every thriving black community.
I was just about to ask George that same question. George, do you think this was about justice, or do you think it was about taking land and power?
Damn. I'm always I'm in the camp of land and power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with me. I don't always think it's premeditated. I think it's always they do that and they go, oh shit, look, free land.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, cool. Hey, I got some land out of it too. Not to say that they have not been. Trail of Tears was a very real thing. Very clearly have done that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an asshole today, but I do think that there could have been I think it was. The surface was justice, and the back end was like,
right, because
hey, watch us steal this motherfucking
99% of the time, whenever a woman showed up assaulted, raped, I can confidently say probably 100% of the time, back then it was from her own people. It was her own people that did it, and then because we were always a scapegoat, then it became, a black person did it. Whenever that is not the case at all. Rosewood, shit. Have you ever seen that movie?
Rosewood.
Watch Rosewood. That is exactly
it was kind of like Oscarville.
That's exactly what it is.
Not Rosewood Hotels.
No, Rosewood, the movie.
I think it was
Rosewood, Florida.
Vin
Rames
was in it.
Yeah,
I have not seen it.
He had the pistols in the casket.
Yeah, they that's what they would do. So,
all right. So next thing I want to say is, why flood the area? Was it a coincidence, or was it a cover-up? So let's fast forward to 1950. The government floods the region to create Lake Lanier. But think about this. Land once owned by displaced black families, now permanently submerged. No evidence, no structures. no easy way to reclaim anything. Now, some believe the flooding erased physical evidence of Oscarville. It prevented the descendants from reclaiming the land, and it also buried a violent past that some wanted forgotten.
Well, they were still pigs and violent in the 1950s. They didn't give a fuck about that. They didn't care about that portion. They did not want to give them people's land to their descendants. There's people right now who are grown adults who are, descendants from people in Oscarville. So if that's the case, if back then you had to own the land to build a house and then you die, where's it supposed to go?
Right.
To the next of kin.
Right.
So technically, if they really wanted to, it would take a lot. They really could reclaim that land as long as they have proof that the land belonged to someone that there is an ancestor of theirs.
So to piggyback off what you're asking, if Oscarville still existed today, do you think there'd be lawsuits or reparations?
It does still exist today.
I mean, like if the physical land, like you could stand on
there's
the
still
land.
like a community around it.
Yeah, if the community was still there.
If the community was still there, I felt like it would be some.
I don't think
they would give it back.
I don't think. You know what I would think of? I think of Flint, Michigan. I mean, I think their water's good now, but like they really were very slow dragging on that.
For sure. All right, so let me get into the lake. The deaths at Lake Lanier.
Because that's still happening like to this day, right?
You couldn't pay me to put a pinky toe in that motherfucker.
Lake Lanier has a disturbing.
We're putting that on a shirt. You couldn't pay me to put a pinky toe in that motherfucker.
Lake Lanier has a disturbing reputation. Over 700 reported deaths since its creation, which included
in the lake.
Yeah,
once it was made into a lake,
which include frequent drownings, boating accidents, people disappearing without clear explanations.
Also, electrocution. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Electric. Yes. For some reason.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
No, literally, they jump in and they're electrocuted.
That's crazy. So, the lake is dangerous in ways that don't make any sense, right? The lake contains submerged trees, buildings, and debris. Water visibility is often extremely low. Depths can change suddenly. But some say that doesn't explain everything. There are some ghost stories. Y'all want to hear them?
Of course.
Is one of those the lady in blue? I'm sorry, I know this story is wild. My bad.
Quiet young
This is how I met Noah, were these stories that Freddie sent me.
Yeah.
So, witnesses report include people feeling hands pulling them underwater, sudden cold spots in the water, and apparitions can be seen near bridges and shorelines. One of the most famous legends is the Lady of the Lake, a woman in a blue dress. She's missing her hands, seen walking near the water at night. Some believe she's the spirit of a woman who died in a car accident before the lake was fully developed. So, Boo, let me ask you a question. Do you believe these are actual spirits or a psychological reaction to a dangerous environment?
The only person that I think accidentally passed in that water, and they didn't even pass in the water, I feel like it was just a really freak accident and not connected to Lake Lanier, was Usher's stepson. Everybody else that then died in the waters, they don't look like me. Okay?
Do they look like me?
So, well, you look Mexican. I don't understand. You think you look Caucasian, you look Mexican to me. So, no. You're good.
Do they look like George?
No. I promise you, the people that I'm not saying every single person, but the majority of people who die in that water are white. And yes, I do think that they paying spiritual reparations. And I mean, listen, it's not fair. It's not fair. But this is a whole city underneath, a whole town underneath a lake. History, lineage erased. And I feel like they're gonna pull your ass down. They are. You know, what are the odds of you jumping in a lake, in a regular lake, and getting electrocuted?
Right. All right, so real quick, let's go a little bit deeper. The spiritual perspective. In many spiritual traditions, Land holds memory. Violence, especially mass suffering, leaves an imprint. Oscarville wasn't just abandoned. It was terrorized, burned, and emptied through fear and death, and then submerged. Some believe spirits of those displaced or killed never found peace. The water acts as a barrier, trapping energy. The lake amplifies emotional residue. In spiritual terms, this could be a haunting, a residual energy field, or even a spiritual imbalance. Do you guys think the spirits can be tied to land, even if they're underwater?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And they're even more pissed off and strong because they are tied to a land that was not only stolen and terrorized, it was flooded.
If so many people died unjustly, will their energy demand recognition?
Yeah, that's why they be pulling them underneath it. Surprise, motherfucker. Swoop. Like, there's no...
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha. And it's like, I truly do believe that is spirits, you know, is doing that. Like, we don't get in that water because out of respect, right?
Let me ask the chat a question. Chat, have any of you guys ever been to Lake Lanier? And if you have been there, what did you feel? Did you feel anything? Did it feel off?
And, you know, I tease and say I would never go to Lake Lanier, but I would. But I'd go correct. I'd go bearing offerings. I go to pray for those people because I think that's what people don't do whenever they go there. They just, it's a lake. You know, you don't think about what's underneath it. That is a fairly new man-made lake at that.
And I was going to ask that. That's another question I was going to ask. If Lake Lanier was drained tomorrow, what do you think would be found?
A whole community, buildings, everything.
Bones. Lots of bones.
But do you think there'll be anything spiritually found or just physically?
Well, I think there's spiritual entities tied to the physical things.
Yeah.
Do you think the aberrations would be more prevalent if
the apparitions? Yes.
If the
probably, I think it would work hindsight because you might be disturbing it more, but you also might be.
I feel like
they might also be like, "Hey, you're also freeing us in a sense. You're getting rid of this water." But it could also disturb some of those entities that died, though, like in the lake itself.
Well, I feel like they're not resting. This is why we have so many incidents at Lake Lanier is because they're not resting.
You know, you're going right into my points because I was just going to ask you, since you're the spiritualist of the crew, you know, if this is spiritual unrest, why hasn't it escalated more openly?
What do you mean? Like how?
Like all of the things that are happening there. Why hasn't it been more severe? Like, or why is it only just tied to that area? Like, is it that area that's just a portal? Like, what exactly?
Oh, definitely. They created a portal the day that they desecrated graves. The day that they did what they did to that community. It's always going to be a portal because portals are not just places that you open up and, you know, something can come through. No, a spiritual portal is just a portal where there lies unjust. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it is going to be that whole area that is always going to be a spiritual portal hub because you literally drowned out somebody's ancestors. You know, I seen an interview a couple weeks ago of some of the descendants of people that were from Oscarville and even some that were in the graveyards. And it's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
I'd be snatching. I would become Jason Voorhees too if somebody did that shit to my grave. No. You know, so I do think it's always going to be spiritually charged in that way. I think that the reason why it is right there is because that is a portal.
So
it's a doorway.
If where the hell did it go? So if you were to go there, like let's say you were at Lake Lanier, what do you think you would hear? Like,
as a clairaudient, I literally, that's one reason why I'm like,
Like, let's say you're just standing there at night listening. What do you think? What do you think you'd hear?
I feel like even in the daytime, you'd hear things, voices, especially if you're like spiritually inclined in that way. Like, as a clairaudient, I literally would probably struggle in a place like Lake Lanier,
do you think you
Central Park, because that used to be a thriving Black community as well.
You think you would feel welcome or warned?
Both.
Yeah. I feel like it's a mixture of both. But I will say this. I feel like whenever you're a spiritualist and you understand the history and you respect it and you come bearing offerings and you come with the respect of this is someone's final resting place. And it's not just because it's a cemetery underneath there. That whole city is someone's final resting place, because I truly believe that underneath, and a psychic told me this with Psychic Source, who's very much into African spirituality, there is a thin line between this realm and the other, like the realm of the dead. So, and they run parallel, right? Mm-hmm. And so while Oscarville is the physical resting place in this world, Oscarville is still a thriving city in another.
Right.
So it's like, it's almost like a different timeline. So when I say, I feel like I would be welcome, but there's also that warning of don't play.
So you think it's ancestors there, or it's trapped spirits, or is
both.
it a mixture of both?
It's a mixture of both.
Okay.
It's a mixture of both for sure.
Okay, perfect. So before ending the show, I just want to say,
here we go. This man,
even though it's the daytime, y'all, it's only 12 o'clock here. But today, before you go to sleep, I want you to think about this. If thousands of people were forced off of land, if lives were taken, if history was buried, and then covered up with water, would you expect silence, or would you expect something to still be there? Mm. Lake Lanier isn't just deep, it's layered with water, with history, with memory, and maybe with voices that were never meant to be drowned.
And wasn't. Okay, may they all burn in hell, because I know where that's where they at, hopefully. You know, people, the way that the United States forced us to build this place, and then every chance they fucking got,
people laughing at my dry ass throat, ma'am. Thank you.
And every chance they got, they destroyed it. Like in Oklahoma, they destroyed Black Wall Street. Every thriving community they destroyed. If I'm not mistaken, is it Compton? Somewhere in California used to be a thriving Black community. And it's like, we can never just get ahead. We can never get ahead. And that's why a lot of people are like, you know, Black people are due reparations, because we could never have shit without them lynching, burning, raping, mobbing, destroying. You know, so it kind of just sucks that everywhere in history, you know, college was free until Black people started to go, until we built our own historically Black institutions. Then it cost. It's bullshit. It really is. But I respect land that is touched in that way. And y'all should too. Don't go to that lake fucking around and finding out. Someone said, let me see.
Oh, we got some in the building.
You live where? Are you okay? Thundercat? Because that shit is a portal. I'm gonna tell you right now. War grounds out there.
Haven't you ever seen the video of the Gettysburg video? Yes. And you see ghosts,
yes,
like still firing cannons.
Yes,
and stuff?
I think that's one of the places I meant to do a portal video on, is like war grounds, but I'm not sure if I did. I have over like 400 videos on my channel, but
you probably already.
It is. I've seen the videos. They're portals. You know, just very weird.
It's crazy how energy just be trapped, bro.
Yeah,
and that's why it's crazy.
Even the Salem, Massachusetts is
the witch trials,
a portal, because they weren't actual witches. A fun fact. So basically, I guess back then, was it the plague? That was. Anyway,
yeah,
their husbands was going off to war. They were getting sick and they were dying and they were leaving the land. The land automatically was inherited by the wife. So what they did was, one person was like a maid and the kids got sick and something. They basically started the Salem witch trials because they wanted the women's land. So I'm gonna break this down in even more layman's terms. They burned women alive under the guise of being witches for land. Picture that. So when I say like the United States is wicked, I'm embarrassed to say I'm an American most of the time whenever I go out of the country. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Spain. Because it's embarrassing, and nobody ever wants to come here. Though. Everybody, everywhere. I went to Bali, and it was in the hood, the Philippines. And I'm like, would you move to America? And they all said no. I said, well, goddamn. We don't want y'all either. No, I mean, we have this ego of like everybody wants to come here. No, they know our history.
They do, and then they come in and they're like, Well,
they said it really be weak sauce though, because you think about it, you're in a third world country, and they're refusing to come to your
water out the ground,
and they're refusing to come to your country,
and they were like,
your country is shittier than theirs.
We don't want to go there. And in Indonesia, my tour guide was like, the young kids, they think they want to go to America. You know what we do? We send them on the cruise ship. Go work on a cruise ship and tell me if you still want to go to America. And they don't never want to go back to America. They don't want to move to America no more. They'll just work on a cruise ship. So it's like, yeah.
Shout out to my cruise ship workers.
Yeah, like I down real bad.
They be overworked and underpaid.
Oh, Samaj, I'm so sorry to hear that. Said his sister passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
That's terrible. Sending my deepest condolences to you, Samaj. Make sure I light a white candle for her. But yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fresh.
Yeah.
That was a
juicy
Listen,
one.
I've been thinking about this I told her like 2 weeks ago that I wanted to do it.
Right.
But I just sit back and laugh at y'all and talk shit. It's kind of hard.
And then he comes in, he's like, yeah, so anyways, check this fire shit out. And you're like, damn, all right.
No, I like yours too, because it was like all encompassing. Like it was a good way for everybody to have their
like some people had the mysteries, then you had the possession. Then you just had,
I'm gonna make it real for y'all.
No, because it's a real story. So it was like, let me,
Yeah, Oscarville, places like that, Rosewood, they're
Boulder City, Eastern and Trop.
Nope, not out here. There is nowhere
What's wrong with Eastern and Trop, bro?
It's Eastern and Trop.
UNLV.
Go one block east from UNLV and you'll know what I'm talking about.
No, I know.
God, I used to love it.
It ain't that bad down there.
We used to watch the crackheads who ain't had no cable when we first met. It was a lot.
No, we was farther down than that.
Oh.
He's talking about a good area. That area ain't that bad over there.
Yeah, Eastern and Trop. They
all right, MLK and Balsar. That's where I got shot at one time when I was working for the gas company.
I used to live and my poor great grandmother, God rest her soul, she bought she built a house on MLK and Cary. They was breaking into it when she was at home. We had to get bars on the window. And she bought a guard dog.
A guard dog. They stole the guard dog.
They stole the dog.
They stole the bro. Yo.
Oh, y'all don't understand how bad the West Side was.
I could never go to that gas station without a crackhead asking me for $1. I swear. Mm-hmm. You was never getting out that gas station right there.
Mm-hmm. And literally, like I have a great aunt who she has mental health issues. She's always lived with us, and she's like a schizophrenic, right? Mm-hmm. But she's not in a type like she's dangerous. She just, to an average person, be like, she's a little weird.
Some's a little off.
Right, but so she lived over there, and she's the type like she'll buy things and just buy it. And so one day she came home and she was like, I bought something, at the store, and my aunt looks and it was crack. She's not a crackhead. She didn't know what it was. Like quite literally, one time she bought some weed, but
doesn't do drugs or anything.
Oh, she used to smoke weed. We stopped her from smoking weed because then she started acting paranoid at night. So they smoked the weed together. And I'm just like, the West Side is, they did used to shoot down the helicopters on the West Side. No, dead ass. It was bad.
Vegas?
Yeah,
yes.
In Summerlin?
I know.
No, the West Side, North Las Vegas.
I know somebody who did it.
Yeah. Used to shoot down the damn helicopters. Vegas is ghetto.
Listen, y'all don't know. I got an associate. I'm not gonna say a friend. I have an associate.
I have an acquaintance.
Yeah, who did over 20-something years in prison because they used to kill people at the drive-in.
Yeah,
like the movie theater.
Yeah, that's over there.
Right there.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
They used to kill people there.
Mm-hmm. Like
they or he.
Well,
him and
some of the other
that side of Vegas
negotiators.
Some of the other gang members that were.
Shout out to Stephen Horsford because he has literally tried his best with the West Side.
The West Side is
tried to gentrify it because it's nothing like what it was back in the day.
Shout out Steve Wolfson for prosecuting
it was
everybody.
so bad. I came here in
sat right here
2007
2 weeks ago.
and I was hanging out with my uncle's stepkids, and they told my parents, we were going to the strip.
You probably went to the alphabet streets.
No,
The alphabet street.
No.
You go to the alphabet
It was
streets.
so bad because I'm like 15. I'm naive.
She was in Naked City,
You
and
know.
then
No, I was in the projects. I didn't know that's where they was gonna take me.
They took you to alphabet streets.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, oh, we're gonna take her to the strip.
You on
Mind
D
you, the little
Street,
16-year-old
H
had a
Street.
baby and it just was whatever. But we was visiting. I was on vacation here. They took me to the west side. That shit, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna kill me. Like somebody's gonna start. It was so bad. It's cleaned up just from there.
Where is this west side? I'm trying to think of the streets.
MLK and Cary.
I lived right by there.
Yeah.
Up until last March.
Well,
Nah,
yeah.
but we talking about like
We're talking about
like,
the early
once
2000s,
once you get
late
Yeah,
90s.
I was living there.
I'm talking about like Bonanza to Lake Mead.
Okay,
Bonanza to Lake Mead.
I know what you're talking about because like if you go
It's hella projects.
Lake Mead, if you're going down MLK, turn left on Lake Mead and then go right.
Yeah.
It's like that's like a square 4 blocks.
I'm talking about the whole area, like back where
Yeah.
Gerson used to be and all of that stuff. Like
No,
they tore down a lot of them projects and stuff.
Yes, it was project,
Yeah.
and it's haunted as fuck. That part of Las Vegas is a portal
That's why I
because
said
so many
when I say the
people.
alphabet streets, I mean like H Street, D Street,
Yeah.
J
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah,
like,
I remember
so
when
many
I
people
was.
have been
projects.
killed
I
over
remember. So I worked in utilities for 8. It was right when we were.
So
When,
you was cutting out people's water in
Gas.
the project. Damn.
well, that's where I got shot at. Day
I
2,
would
day
have
3
shot
of
you
training.
too if you cut my shit off.
All right. Well, here's the fucked up part.
They shot at you.
So I was
Yeah.
training, and I was with my supervisors, and they've been in the gas company for like 30 years at this point. And so we had 3 types of orders. There's a read order, which means somebody's moving in. You're just going in and reading where the meter is at, and that's starting where their bill starts. There's an off order. That's Mr. Fresh comes in. Hey, I'm moving. I want the gas turned off because I'm not paying for a house that's not mine anymore. I come in and turn off. I could probably still do it in like a minute. I used to be able to turn off somebody's gas in about 20 seconds. It's actually super easy to do. And then we had a DNP, which is a disconnect for non-payment. And we only did those Monday through Thursday. So once you got to Friday, you're like, thank God I ain't got to do them no more. Because some of these gas meters are behind people's fences. Now, legally, we were allowed to hop your fence. Because when you signed up for Southwest Gas, you checked a box saying you will provide safe, enable access to the meter, and you don't ever own the
So
meter.
what if you fat?
That's where I started to gain a little bit of weight. You had to figure it out. We had a ladder. They gave you a ladder. We also drove Chevy Sparks.
Yeah.
The little compact car. We managed to fit a ladder in that hoe.
What?
Yeah. It was a ladder that would like
Collapse
like the
like a
lightsabers.
box?
The lightsaber, you flick it out and
Yeah.
it was that. It was like
Oh,
so you
but it was
go
like
to
a
stand on
24
that bitch and you too heavy and it start collapsing.
back then I wasn't as big. But so I was like 3rd day training, and the supervisors go, "You got life insurance?" I'm like, "No," and they were just being funny, and they were like, "Oh, you probably should get some after today." I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And they're like, "All right, we're gonna go help." I forgot the guy's name. We're gonna go help him with his orders because he's on MLK and Balsar right now. He has some. They could see everybody's orders. He's like, he has some DMPs over in that area. It's a difficult area to turn people's gas off.
Man, I would have told him, you gonna go over there. I ain't taking my ass.
That's what they paid you though. And at the time I was getting like 12 an hour, which was way better than 7 an hour.
You got shot at for $12?
Yeah. And Vanessa was like 2 months pregnant with Rowan.
Oh shit.
So we're walking up to the house because the guy's already there. And mind you, it's like 4 or 5 of these Sparks show up with like the company on the side. And so the main boss was always like, yeah, it's like the Italian job, except we're driving smart cars and not Mini Coopers. We pull up to the house. We're walking up to the meter, and you just hear like 3 pops. Super close. Dude was like 20. It was like from me to like maybe the other side of that wall was how far this guy was. Didn't hit anybody. We all get in the Sparks. We take off. We call Metro. Metro's like, all right, we'll be there. They send Northtown, though, because it's North Las Vegas. Northtown comes out, guns drawn. They arrest the guy, and the fucked up part's kind of funny. They sit him down in front of his gas meter and then tell the guy, all right, you can turn it off now.
Damn.
And they made him watch his shit get turned off after he shot at us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, so I need life insurance? And they're like, yeah, we didn't think that was actually going to happen. We were just joking, but you might want it.
Yeah,
I was never really in that.
Tough.
There was a couple of times I was in some troubled areas because they tried to put you where you lived, and I lived at where I live now. As when we first lived there. So I mostly had like Summerlin, which the motherfuckers still don't pay their bills, Southern Highlands, Spring Valley. But occasionally there was another guy named Austin, and we get switched. Like they would just like get like a new dispatch person in, and they go, Austin, yep, okay, cool. He lived in Henderson. So, and it was just too much of
Henderson, huh?
Well, I'd have all at Henderson. Like it'd be huge.
Okay.
I was working 12-hour days regularly there. You would do anywhere from 80 to 150 orders a day. If it was reads, you could get those done in 20 seconds. You go out, you find the meter. There's a specific way you read the dials. You punch it into the computer. All right, moving on to the next one. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. because you had to be at your first order by 7.
And what if somebody read their shit wrong and your next bill was like $3,000?
That happens. But you would see the previous read. You'd see the previous reading. So you would have something because there'd be times you were like, yeah, I got 9987, and then the last read was like 0813. You're like, oh, I fucked up. All right, I'm gonna go back and read it again. But then sometimes though, like you could tell, like you'd see the dials just, and you're like, they've got a heated pool or there's a leak. And then you would report it. Because I had to be licensed for that job. I had to go to Southwest Gas, take a test, pass it, do a whole bunch of things just to be certified.
So you were working through a third party.
Correct. Okay. I worked through a contract.
That's why they had you on fucking smart cars.
Yeah, because Southwest Gas guys get the trucks. Yeah. That's a whole other job. That's like you have to go to school for, and they get paid way more. But like if I shut your shit off and you go, I need you to turn it back on right now, I couldn't do that. So if you look at your gas meter, this is getting real fucking weird for paranormal people. If you look at your gas meter, it comes out of the ground, the pipe, and there's a disc. It's, that big wide thing on it. It's called a regulator. It takes your gas from like 8 psi out of the ground to like 0.25. So if you get at like 1 psi, you're gonna have a gas leak.
I thought I had a gas leak recently within the last couple of months. I smelled gas, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I got up everybody.
It was the eggs.
No, it was. I don't know what that was. I started thinking
our water heater went out or something.
Yeah, it was our water heater. Yeah, and I smelled gas.
I don't fuck with that because they made us watch videos of people like dying.
What the fuck?
Because you need to know, like, if there's enough
gas, they came right out.
They don't fucking play. There's been times I was woken up at like 5 a.m. because we had a work phone, and they were like, "Yeah, we have a gas leak in Summerlin, so we need everybody here." Because then you'd have to go shut everybody in that community off. And then so they would be like, if you have DMPs, they're not getting done today. This is what you're doing, and then you're going to do reads and offs only. Because DMPs, there's a positive DMP and then just a regular DMP. Like let's say, for example, I go to George's house. He has a DMP. George comes out and goes, "Hey man, look, I'll call him today. I'll get it taken care of." I could be like, "Okay, all right, I'll leave you a warning." Which actually I think we have one here, so I can show you what they look like. It's a little funny that we had one here because Jay was like, I just forgot the gas bill because nobody's ever here. But I could be like, yeah, sure, yeah. Here's your thing.
I'm not just finna get the gas cut off.
And then, but if it was a positive DMP, there was nothing. I had to. The only way you would not turn it off is like if your life was threatened.
Oh.
Like if they're yelling at you,
West Side Las Vegas.
I had a dude come at me with a wrench and I hit him. I had to like fill out a whole police report. I cracked this dude's because we had channel locks, but they were big. And this dude came at me and swung at me, and I just right in the forehead.
That shit ain't worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely
electric.
Yeah. Well, electric, they just shut your shit off.
They just push the button. Boop, boop.
Gas, though, it's a tangible thing. You have to go and turn it off. Which, for some houses, like, there was one time I turned off this lady's gas, and the meter was right next to her door, her front door. She was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, I never had to tell them what I was doing. I just, "Oh, yeah, I'm just working on your gas stuff, routine." Meanwhile, I was shutting her shit off.
I see you packed up your iPad, so we might as well.
No, I am. I'm on my. No, but he has something else at one.
I know, but she gets as soon as she getting that.
She said, "All right, so that's a great story."
No, anyway, listen. If you ever want to know how the gas industry works, he knows. I had no idea that they go out like in person. I did not know.
I'm not gonna say why George knows pretty well, but George knows pretty well. Well, we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mom.
What does she do?
She works for. She would have been contracting Austin.
Oh, mom's the boss.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been my boss. She
you were his mom was the reason you had a smart car.
No. That's not up to them at all because they go. So, like for example, we were getting paid $12 an hour. They probably made like $18 an hour for us.
Yeah.
So that was to the contracting
Actually,
company.
there is commercials. There is ads that go through here, unless you have, I think, YouTube Premium. I'm sorry, I'm answering. Or
Yeah. We still have ads run because if you didn't hear earlier, this coffee was paid for by Noah and Mr. Fresh.
Cheers.
And well, sometimes like it gets rough in these streets. Okay,
$33 later.
Yes.
And Noah's like, hey, I'm gonna have to go get gas with the card.
Man,
Hey, it is what. Or I'll be like, I'm getting gas with the card.
I'm about to get gas with the card. I'm finna go do it right now. I don't even think I got a full tank in there. And on that car, y'all, listen, we love y'all. Thank y'all for always watching the show, watching the ads at least halfway through because, baby, we do this pro bono.
Pro bono. Pro bono for real.
Pro bono.
George over there, we technically owe him like at least a snack wrap every show. We're like 5 shows behind right now.
Yeah. We haven't fed George in like 6 months.
How he's still living, we don't know.
Well, you know what? We do have something that if you do want to support the show, Psychic Source. At the end of the show, you're going to be seeing the advertisement for that. You can click that QR code. You could click the link down below.
Yes.
You could get a reading. Noah, you want to tell them more about that?
Yes. I love me some Psychic Source. Psychic Source is the oldest psychic advisory in the game. I have tried other competitors. I have. And nobody's been as on point with Psychic Source other than Psychic Source. Like I've read with other advisors on other platforms and I've turned down other platforms as well. I only deal with companies and brands that I believe in, right? So if you want a reading, all you have to do is click the link that is in the comments. Is Mari here?
Yes.
Mari, go ahead and drop the link. And
should be in our description as well.
You can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80.
That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I interviewed Miss Simone a couple days ago, and we made history because I am the first content creator to ever interview a Psychic Source reader for the platform. So shout out to me, making history, bringing in numbers, but. The interview for Miss Simone will be dropping. You guys will be getting a lot of content because I'm going to be going out of town next week, but I don't want you guys to suffer while I'm gone. So a lot of content is going to be coming out, including the interview. And we're not just talking about Psychic Source. That's like this much of the conversation. We are talking about African spirituality, talking about Lugarus, and the people that come from them and her paranormal or spiritual experiences. It's a really, really good interview. So again, if you want a reading, I've already recommended Miss Simone. Miss Simone was amazing, is amazing. And you got to just click the link that's down below and you can get up to 40 minutes for that $19.80. And it is real. It's real. It's not up to, no, they really do give you 40 minutes. And mind you, Miss Simone is $9.99 a minute.
Oh, I wish I could get paid that much. $9.99 a minute. Well, maybe I do.
Well, she's on point. She is. And so many people have literally came back and said that she was amazing. Her, Dara, I have a new psychic of the week. He's a man. I read with him last week. He was really good. His name is Dorian. So, again, if you have any questions about psychics that you should go to, I have some recommended over on my page in my videos. Within the first 5 minutes, I tell you who you should go see. Okay?
I'm doing math.
Not math. Wait, $1.99 minute? $9.99 minute?
I'm trying to figure out how much I'm worth.
No, well, wait, how much you're worth?
Yeah, per minute.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm about to go to Chat because, Chat, she tells me she's my biggest fan. She'd be hyping me up. Her name Atlas. But
I'm calculating.
Yeah. Sweet. So expect new content. Expect some new courses to be dropping. Make sure that you guys are subscribing to my email list because not only do I have the raffle for Psychic Source that is going to be ending on the 31st, I also have a new contest where I am giving away a couple of vacations.
Vacations? God damn.
Vacations. So make sure you guys subscribe to my email list. If you are looking for it, go to my link tree that's in my profile, and you can subscribe through the link tree, or you can go to my website, which is manifesty.com, and you can subscribe to my email list there as well. Okay?
Damn, she's worth more than me.
Who?
I'm worth $8.33 a minute.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so stupid. Ignore me, people.
What you working on?
I'm just working on all these
back
clients.
Being boo? I'm sorry. That was so
Picking back being boo.
Thank you so much, y'all, for resubscribing to my channel.
So I've just been doing content. I'm trying to, on my personal YouTube, trying to do more camera videos. I've got some weddings lined up for next month that I'm filming. I'm just staying busy. That's really the main thing. Is like Noah's busy on the content grind. George and I are helping other people be on the content grind. So I'm just doing my thing. But if you're not following me on all my platforms, go check it out. Mari's been listing it on Calls From Beyond all morning. Check out my Instagram. That's probably like I'm starting to turn into George, where George's like, just follow my Instagram. That's where everything is. But what about you, George?
Yeah, you just did it for me. We'll see you guys next week.
Mr. Fresh, what you got going on? Where's the heat for cheap?
I ain't got no
Child, don't piss me off. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. No, we're not pissing anybody off. All right, enjoy Psychic Source. See you next week.
Bye.
Hey, everybody at Calls From Beyond. We are super excited to announce this new partnership and sponsorship we have with Psychic Source.
Psychic Source is the oldest psychic service in the game. Only 2% of the psychics that apply for Psychic Source even are accepted into Psychic Source. So you know that you're going to get a trusted real life reader. They donate 1% of your purchase to a charity of your choice, and they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, meaning that if you're not satisfied with your reading, you are owed a full refund.
So Noah, I know you've used Psychic Source before. I'm actually excited to use it here pretty soon. But what can you tell me about the process of using Psychic Source?
It was super easy, and they have readers that are from all different backgrounds. I even found some readers that specialize in like African spirituality and different things like that. They have intuitive readers, they have empath readers. Literally any type of reader that you're looking for, they have. And it was super easy to sign up and start getting my readings.
That's amazing. If you want to take advantage of this offer that we have for you, for just $19.80 for your trial, you'll be able to get up to a 40-minute reading. Psychic Source is a great company. They've been trusted for over 35 years. I trust this lady next to me, and she's been alive for 35 years. So why wouldn't you trust anything that's been alive for 35 years?
So if you're interested in getting a reading, go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen, or you can click the link down below.
Do it.